Hello, welcome to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe so that you know when I drop a new video. Welcome to Trap Talk Tuesday, y'all. Trap Talk Tuesday is a forum that we talk about everything: love, sex, money, business, relationships. Get yourself out of relationships, baby. What you doing over there in relationships? Sorry, we talk about it all at the Trap. So we are on part 3 of my life story. Y'all know the feedback that I got before I get into the stories. How can I tell this story without crying? Baby, therapy. Um, for a year, I've been working through my emotions and my issues about certain parts of my life. So I'm able to not compartmentalize, but I'm able to tell my story and understand that it's a part of my story, but it's not my whole life story. Like, yes, I've been through that, but look at me now. Look at me now. The best phrase that I have learned in therapy is that, yeah, that happened, but I'm okay now. She good. She good. So the last part of my story was me basically calling it quits with my kid's dad. Like, he went to prison, I want to say for like 2 years or something, because I think my daughter was born the day he went to prison. Like the day he got shipped to his camp, my daughter was born. I told y'all that I went up there twice to see him. And I sent my kids like 2 times after that. Because once I removed myself from the situation, I didn't really go crazy. Let's just say that. I didn't go crazy, but I just started having fun. Like, I started going out. I never was a drinker like that. I definitely wasn't a smoker like that. But I just started going out and just having a blast, going to parties, just out in the club. Like, in the club, we all fam. Like, I just started having a blast. And I spent like the next 8 to 9 months just understanding who I was. But let's just be clear. In the time that we broke up, this is so crazy because he was still like, my kid's dad would still try to do like this manipulation thing that he used to do. That worked for a while because like I met him when I was super young and we were together when I was super young and impressionable, and I didn't have the support system that I needed to be in that situation, let alone get out of that situation. So when I got out of the situation, he still would like do these things where like he would send a message through his mom, or like if I'm talking to his mom, he would like ask to speak to me and basically try and see what I had going on, which whatever, because at the end of the day, regardless, we have kids together. So he would, when I would talk to him, it would be more so to put my son on the phone. My son was 5 at the time. So my baby get it, like, you need to talk to his dad. Like, hey, how you doing? What can you really talk about with a 5-year-old? But then when we go to hang up the phone, you asking me about like what I'm doing. Nigga. Oh, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry. You asking me about what I'm doing. Like, bro, please. Don't try to clock what I got going on. It's just not. No. So we're going to skip forward just a little bit so we can talk about my man. I love that man. So I did me for like a long time. I dated around a little bit, nothing too major, nothing too serious. And I one night after the club, y'all, when I say after the club, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I went to the club. The club was really not a club. Let's just call it what it is. The club was really an event space that they used to have parties at. And people would be in the parking lot and people would be inside. And the guy that I was talking to was kind of, low-key playing with me. So I met my husband. I'm going to tell y'all the story, what happened. My first cousin and one of his really good friends have kids together. Like, one of his really, really good friends since high school have kids together. They were having their daughter a party on 11th Street in our home, in the town that we were living in at the time. So the party theme was Minnie Mouse. So I took my kids and I had on Minnie Mouse ears. I had my hair pulled back in a ponytail. I had on a shirt and then I had on jeans and I think flip flops. And I was just walking around the party. And he asked my cousin's baby daddy, who I was, because y'all know I was in the house prior to this. Like I was in the house, I was not outside. I was I was in prison and I didn't even commit a crime. So he asked him about me. So the next day or the day after, I ended up going to my cousin's house. And I'll never forget like his friend saying, like, my humble like you. And I'm just like, tell him to like somebody else. No. And it had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with me. It was not like him. It was more so me. Because I didn't realize at the time, but I was very traumatized from like realizing that I was just very much verbally and mentally abused for like 6 years. But I didn't understand. Like I didn't get it. I didn't know. Like I just knew that like everything that I'm doing now, I'm having fun. I don't care nothing about it. I don't care. So I was like, tell him like somebody else. He don't like me. He need to like. I literally said he need to like somebody else. And this probably was the face I was making. Cause yeah, I was talking to people, but I end up in my mind like ninjas want sugar honey iced tea. So no, and leave me alone. Now this was during the time I was very mad and angry, and I didn't know why. I understand why now, duh. I didn't know why. Like I just was like flying off the handle. Like she had a lot going on. So fast forward now to the night at the club. So I live like literally 5 minutes from the club. You turn out of where I live, make a left. The first light is where the plaza for the club was. It used to be called the ballroom. Is it a ballroom? Is it a ballroom? It was a ballroom. I think it was the ballroom. Um, so I go, the guy that I was talking to at the time, I feel like he played me. Y'all, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. My mama got my kids. I'm at the club. Well, I'm not at the club, I'm in the club parking lot. So I see my cousin's baby daddy coming out. And I was like, Travis. I went high, I went drunk. I was in my complete and right mind. What mom at? Tell him to call me. Y'all, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Ma went at the club. He was home. Tell him to call me. Give him my phone number. And I went home. It was 2:30, 2:45 in the morning when I made it home. Why my phone won't get 3 o'clock in the morning? No, that's a lie. Why I called him at 3 o'clock in the morning because my phone didn't ring. I made it from the club. I took a shower. I got ready to get in the tub. I was like, I'm about to call him. I don't know if like Travis told him beforehand, like, oh, she gonna call you tonight. He went at the club. He was home with his baby. First green flag. The man keep his child. Like he ain't go to the club. He stay home with his baby. First green flag. He actually keep his baby. Okay. All right. So I called him after the club. I was like, y'all, I'm 21, 22. So this, this is just like how my brain was working at the time. Travis had told me that you liked me or whatever, and I just wanted to see if you really liked me. The man was half asleep, y'all, and he still talks to me on the phone. He talked to me for like 20 minutes. He was like, "Well, I'm gonna call you tomorrow because I'm tired. I'm asleep. Like I'm gonna call you tomorrow." Didn't think nothing of it. Went to sleep. Woke up the next day. Went to my mama's house. Got my kids. Came back home. Cleaning up. Getting stuff together. And he called me the next day. And he called me the day after that. And he called me the day after that. And he called me the day after that. So I'm just out here like, oh, he like me. Until we have been talking like 2, 3 weeks. Maybe like a month. And at this time, I used to work at Boys and Girls Club in Belgrade. And he he is the second youngest of like 7 kids. So one of his sister's friends used to work with me at Boys and Girls Club. And pretty much when I worked at Boys and Girls Club, I was with my kids' dad. So a lot of things that happened, a lot of people at Boys and Girls Club knew because his mom was like a director, his aunt was like a director, his basically my kids' dad, whole family worked at Boys and Girls Club. And um they knew a lot because he would tell them my business. Like, I don't know why. And you know how to go. He tell his mom tell her sister this, sister tell that, sister this. Like, so it was just a lot going on. But anyways, so when we started talking, I guess from my understanding, and I could be wrong. He asked his sister about me. And I don't know how the conversation came up between her and her friend, but the friend used to work with me at Boys and Girls Club. The friend then called him and said, you leave her alone because she just using you until her baby daddy get out of jail. Bitch, what? Girl, are you for real? I wouldn't even care enough to tell nobody that because if you going with her, that's just your sneaky link. Like whatever your situation is with her, it ain't my business. So I felt the way, and I think this is what made Maul be like, I like her. We had been kicking it for like a month strong, like every other day. We on the phone all the time. We spending time together. Like we getting to know each other. I got my own place, but I wasn't working. I had got laid off from Boys and Girls Club. But at the time, baby, my rent was like $525. My unemployment was $550 every 2 weeks. So I was okay. I was getting food stamps. My kid had Medicaid. I was like looking for a job, but not really looking for a job because I know I can get unemployment for 6 to 7 months. So I was good, but I wasn't like I was good. So like he had like fell back and stopped calling me, and I liked him. I don't know what it was about him, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story of like when I figured out like why I liked him in like 2 seconds, I promise. So I liked him, and I was like, well, you haven't called me, you ain't came over here, like what's up? Because he lived on 11th Street, I live on 15th Street, 4 streets over. Literally, he could walk through the cut and be at my house in 3 minutes, which is what he used to do. So I was like, you ain't even answer my text, you ain't call, you not calling me, like, what's up? And he was like, ain't nothing up. He did that for like 2 or 3 days. And then on the fourth day, it was like at night. And I had called him, and then I ended up riding by 11th Street. And outside of like my cousin's apartment, they were all outside. Now I know I just called him 2 minutes prior, 2 seconds before I rode past her. So I know you hear your phone. So when I got home, I called him again. And this time he answered. And I was like, what's up? Like you acting real strange. Like what? Like what's going on? What's the T one the thing? Like, what's up? Like, what up? Like why you acting funny? Why you moving different? So he didn't say anything initially. And then he ended up, I don't know if he texted me or he told me like one of his sister homegirls told him this about me. And we didn't talk about it that night. I just instantly got mad and went in. Like I called my best friend was Mika and told her what's up and just went in. And then the next night when I did talk to him again, and he was like, no, it's not that. I said, F that. You telling me that a B got you acting funny with me, a B that don't know me, a B that don't know me with you, a B that don't know nothing. Like I went off. And I got my phone. And then he called me back and I didn't answer. Then he called me back again and I still didn't answer. Then he called me back again and I still didn't answer. He called me like 5 times, no lie to y'all. And I didn't answer my phone not one time. Couldn't give a damn. Cause don't play with me. How you gonna let somebody else tell you anything about me that don't know me when you could have just asked me and I would have told you what was up? Don't piss me off. So I was so irritated with that. I was like, I'm not talking to him no more. I don't care. Y'all, this is before we did the do. This is before I love you. This is before anything. This is just like me and him strictly getting to know each other. And I felt like you tried me, telling me something that somebody else told you about me, instead of asking me about it. And I would have told you what it was, because I might do a lot of things, but I don't tell no lies. I really don't. Everything that I'm saying here is my recollection of what I remember. Now, he might come in here next week and say that did not happen like that, and tell a similar story to what I told, but I don't tell no lies. Like, I was just like, F that. Like, I could be myself. Like, I don't need nobody in my face that's not going to get to know me for me, that's going to take somebody else who don't particularly care for me word over mine. So I didn't talk to him. The next day, that man pulled right on up to my house, baby. He came right on over. I was calling you. Why you ain't answer your phone? You told me that somebody told you not to, somebody let you know to not mess with me. I'm giving you what you asked for. That man looked me dead in my retinas and said, don't play with me. And in that moment, I said, oh, okay. I was like, what you mean don't play with me? You playing with me? But I was laughing because he hadn't got me together real quick. Like, he was like, don't play with me. But you gotta know my husband's demeanor to know when, like, when he said don't play with him, he was dead serious. Like, he was like, don't play with me. And I was like, okay. All right. And I just was like, I really just told him, like, you can't let nobody tell you nothing about me. Because some bitches don't know me. And don't play with me like that. I think in that moment, he was kind of like, she might be a little bit different. And I like that. Like, she might be a little bit different than what I'm used to. And I like it. I like it because no woman ain't did that. Like, I had never been the type to chase a man down. Like, I'm chase you, especially coming out of a relationship that I had just came out of. Baby, move around. No, I'm not about to chase you. It's not about to happen. I don't care nothing about it. Goodbye. I just made a point to know that I am the prize and you're not going to play with me. But after that ran in, me and Mal have basically been inseparable. Literally. And this is how I knew. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the story how I knew this was going to be my man. Like, this is my man. Do you want to fight about him? Like, this is when I knew he was going to be my man. Now, that happened after like 2 months of dating. He didn't meet my kids until like 6 months later, because I don't play like that. So I'm having my youngest a second birthday party. It was a John Deere party. It was really cute. So we go to this park called Rodden Park. Now, the park, you go there because you get a little pavilion and it's a park. My baby was like 1, maybe 2. So we go to the park and we set up our little pavilion. Me, my mom, my friends. We had hot dogs, hamburgers, like a kid's party. Nothing like they have today. A kid's party. So the kids are playing. Mind y'all, insert, Ma has never met my children before when this happened. Never ever met my kids before at all, period. Never. So we having a party, and the kids were at the park, but there was this one particular little boy that was throwing sand. So I was like, oh no, y'all don't throw sand. I don't know what his mama was on, honestly. I don't know what her issue was. She just went crazy. Me being me, she went down crazy street and I went with her. Like, girl, are you okay? Now, me and her going back and forth, but it was this big Hispanic bald dude that called me a stupid MF or whatever. I said, you talking to me? He was like, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. And I don't want to say the man called me no B word because I don't want to be telling a lie. But I was like, you talking to me? He said, yeah, I'm talking to you. And he was just going like he was going in, y'all. Like, I said, oh, my first instinct is to cuss Maui out. My second instinct is like, wait a minute. I don't gotta cuss Maui out. I got somebody for Maui. So I pick up my cell phone. Hey, where you at? I'm at the park, and this man out here calling me out my name, cussing me out at my baby party, and he acting like he want to fight me. Which the man was acting like he wanted to fight y'all. I don't know where Ma was. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if baby he put his jets on. Ma was at that park in 5 minutes. Mind y'all, the park is like on the outskirts of town. So it take maybe like 10, 15 minutes to get there from in town. I don't know where he was. I don't know. He got there in 5 minutes. I would not tell y'all a lie. And before I could say him and his cousin, he got out of the car. He saw me. I still must have looked visibly upset. He was like, he literally did me like this and said, "Who was it?" I said, "That man right there with that blue and gray shirt on. He don't like a blue and gray FUBU jersey type thing. That man right there with that blue and gray shirt on." I don't know what Miles said to this man, but his demeanor was, "Don't play with." He turned around. He pointed to her. He pointed to me and said, the only thing I heard him say was, "Don't play with that one. I don't care what y'all out here doing." And the man was like, "Oh, no, 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 my God. It wasn't like that. I was just telling them to stop acting crazy." I never said nothing because I never seen nothing like it. Mind y'all, I was just with a man that wouldn't defend me to if somebody that was being directly disrespectful to me. And he had his cousin had his hands behind his back, like, and Ma was standing there telling him, like, I don't care what she said. Don't play with her like that. Don't say nothing to her. She could say what, like, she could do what she want. You don't say nothing to her. He turned around. He walked in. He didn't say nothing to me. He walked to his car and he left. Him and his cousin. Baby, I knew that was our man. That was my man. I love him. I love him. I love him. I do. Still not today. I probably could cuss somebody out like a dirty dog on the street. Mom not gonna care. As soon as you say something back to me, that's what he care about. So yeah. And ever since then, I've been a princess. I've been a princess. I have been a princess ever since. Cause that man don't play about me. That man showed me protection, which is what I needed because I was going through so much that I didn't even realize I was going through. And he showed me like he was gonna protect me. He showed me he was going to protect me. He was going to hold it down. Nobody couldn't play with me in front of him. And that was something that I needed in that moment. Now, have we had our ups and downs? Yes. Major ups, major downs. I'm not going to sit here and paint a picture that we ain't never been through nothing and nothing ain't happened. We have gotten into some knockdown, drag out, low blow type of fights. But I feel like personally, that's all a part of growth and growing. Um, you don't really have to. I can sit here and tell y'all everything that we have been through, but it's not gonna change the fact that that's my man. That man got my back. Like that man gonna hold it down. Like that man gonna see about me. So it don't matter what I sit here and tell y'all, just know that that's my man. That's my mother man. Okay. So after that happens, we date for maybe like 7 months. He finally gets to meet my kids. He eventually moves into my 2 bedroom apartment. I had my 2 bedroom apartment. I had 3 kids, but I had my oldest two in one room. My youngest would sleep with me either in her bassinet or in the bed with me, mainly in the bed with me. And he has his son. His son comes over. He meshes well with my kids. So we was doing like this exchange type thing. Everything was going good. And he came to me one day and he said, "I don't know what's going on, but I need my son to come stay here." Of course. Yes, I can come stay here. That's when he was 2.5, 3. So my bonus son has literally been living in the same household as me, still not today, until since he was 3 or 4. I want to say 3 because 4, I ended up signing him and my daughter up for Head Start because him and my daughter are 5 months apart. So they called each other twin because he was born in July. My daughter was born in November. So I signed them up for Head Start together. And I just try to be like a supportive bonus mom. I don't really try to get into the back and forth with him and his child's mother, which is inevitable because I really feel like she thinks that all the stuff that Maul says and does is by way of me. Baby, I don't really be saying nothing. And if you really knew your child's father, you would know it's nothing that I could say to make him do nothing. He gonna do exactly what he want to do when he want to do it. He definitely gonna say what he want to say when he want to say it. So he came to me. He was like, his son needs to move in. His son moved in. He's basically been living with us ever since. I don't think he only recently he moved out, but that ain't last. And he went and lived with his mom for probably like 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I think he was in the first grade when he would have lived with her. And it just didn't work out for whatever the reason was. It didn't work out. And he came back here in first grade and now he will be a senior next year and he's been living with us ever since, which it adds to the dynamic of our household and it works for us. And I have been with my husband since 2011. Baby, it's 2025. We've been together for nearly 14 years. I think we good. We've been married for almost 9 years. We've been together for nearly 14 years. So I think that our dynamic works for us. And I would definitely say that I didn't understand then, but I definitely understand now that he was like a saving grace for me because people that know him one type of way. I don't know him that type of way. I know him to always be loving, kind, very gentle, very like soft with me, even though he can be hard if he has to, but that's not the side that I got to know. So everything that I needed, very loving, very affectionate, like that's the side of my husband I know. I don't know the Maul that people talk about, which a lot of people talk about it because he was hell on wheels too. He was dealing with his own stuff. But I think that, we didn't trauma bond, but I think we were both broken. And through a lot of dedication and hard work, we have done a lot of healing together. So see I don't see myself being with nobody else. If I'm gonna just be honest, like I see at the crossroads, homie, because that's what we're gonna meet up at. Like that's just what it is. He's literally just like everything that I am not. He is like he's very. One thing I love about him, he's very loving and affectionate. Like he would give me 5,062 kisses a day, and I hate it, but that's what he likes. So that's what I do. And he's very much so, I don't need nothing as long as you got what you need. He's a very giving person. He will, like, when people say, I will give my last, that's literally him. He will give his last to make sure that it's a smile on me and these kids' faces. He don't care nothing about not having nothing. He don't care about not buying himself nothing. He don't care. Like, if his checks had to go to this household and he didn't get a dime out of it, he would be fine, y'all. He will be fine. And there are some things that I had to make him aware of as it pertains to certain people and show him like this is why this is this. So we learned a lot from each other and I do not think that um it's another man that could be like him, boop. Can't happen, won't happen, not gonna happen. And I'm extremely blessed. So, though my story was very rocky at first, it's smooth sailing. It's smooth sailing. The only thing that me and my husband are working on is having a baby. We are like balls to the walls with it. Like we are like, it needs to happen. Well, not really like it need to happen now, but we are diligently working on adding to our family because now our youngest is 14, almost 15, and we don't want to be 18 and then we trying to have like no, we're not trying to do that. But if it happens, that's when it happens. But I feel like everything that I've been through was to get me to this point of peace, tranquility, understanding and realizing who I am as a woman, understanding and realizing who I am as a mother, understanding and realizing who I am as a person, for me to be this woman that I am now and the woman that I'm going to be. I had to go through all of that atrocity. Like I hate to say this, but I had to have a shitty mother in order to be a great mother. Like I had to have an absent father in order to understand who I am as a woman. I had to get in a relationship with this particular person in order to appreciate the relationship that I am in now. Like I had to go through all of that stuff to get to this place. So I really enjoyed opening up Trap Talk Tuesday on YouTube with my life story because I feel like if I just got on YouTube and I just started saying stuff, you'd be like, "Who is this bitch and what is she talking about?" You kind of need to know like who I am as a person. I gave y'all cliff notes of my life, but a lot of times when I sit down and I talk to people and I tell people like exactly what I've been through, exactly why I feel this way, exactly like certain situations that happen, people are always like, "How are you smiling?" I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times people don't think that you've been through anything because of your current demeanor. But just because I don't publicize what I've been through doesn't mean I've never been through nothing. I've been through a shit ton, like a lot. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I am still smart, I'm still kind, I'm still funny, and life is too short to be upset, miserable, and unhappy. I'm gonna live my life to the fullest and I'm gonna have an amazing time. So, for future seasons to come, I'm getting ready to set up some in person interviews for June. Mug City, I'm on your ass because I'm back with these in person interviews and they're going directly on YouTube. But thank y'all so much for joining. Next week, I will have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Jamal Rowley Sr., to come in and sit down and talk to y'all and tell y'all his version of our love story. Thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. Bye.